Rise and shine on Australia's Vision Christian Radio.
Well, it's been a Friday show. So many emotions, Andy.
Well, it was a bit of free play Friday, wasn't it, Phil? It was very free.
We put the script away. We said there's no script today. We don't normally have a script, to be honest. Like, we have never had written anything down as far as the script goes. You always get whatever's the top of our heads. But there was a lot of emotions.
There was laughter, there was tears, there was faith. We had a bit of everything today, didn't it?
Well, behind the scenes, there's one song, which actually there's two songs. I'm not even going to say what the other song is because I don't want anyone to request it.
No.
That I will only play, I reckon, once a year because I cannot help but blubbering mess at the end of it.
Yeah.
So we won't tell you what song it is, but I'm certainly not going to tell the other one because someone will request it.
We won't even say it, Phil.
No, don't even say it.
But there's a lot on today's podcast. So if you've started to listen now, I encourage you to keep listening because there's lots of great stuff on there. Great guests. We've got Pastor Matt Prater, who is a regular contributor on Vision. Also, Melissa Goodin from Retirement Young. She's always good with her financial tips on a Friday.
We've got a brand newbie to the Vision team, Noah, and he's funny. We need to have him more often.
Yeah, he's a very cool guy.
We need. You'll hear from him soon, but I think we're going to have to get him back.
He's actually dreaming, Phil, about videoing me skateboarding down the hill nearby here.
There's no OH&S problems
with
there.
my Vision cap on. Well, let's not tell anyone, okay?
No, just between you, me, and everyone.
Yeah, I think he wants me to go to the steepest hill possible and do a dare during the next Vision-a-thon. If you give such and such or so much money and you'll skate down this hill.
Really?
Yeah, that's his thought.
He's got a vision for it.
He's got a creative mind, yes.
I'll stand at the bottom and just with the ambulance standing by. Oh, do you enjoy the show? Good morning. You made it. It's Friday. Yes, you're waking up. You know, and you're like, is today Friday? It is. It's Friday today, and you're here with Fel and Andy.
It actually is Friday, Phil. Welcome to Friday.
That is right. I'm pretty excited. I mean, there's a big weekend. This is a voting weekend. But for you all, just to know, I've already voted, so we won't be going to get a sausage there. We'll have to go to Bunnings.
No democracy sausage for you, but I'm sure it must feel good to be able to switch off from all the stuff you're seeing on the TV and on the media about the election. You say, whatever, I've already voted.
Whatever's already done. But Friday today, it's a great day. And look, Andy, a little bit of an aside. I went home last night. Yesterday we were talking about hiding bullets in my house.
Chocolate
my husband,
bullets? Just putting it out there, chocolate bullets.
He is gloating like mad. I started looking like Jenny had suggested the roof cavity. I looked in all the spots everyone suggested. Where could this chocolate be? Murray is loving it. He's like, I've now named it the vault. So now he's got the chocolate bullets have their own name. They're in their own place. I'm going to track them down.
But they're still not discovered, Phil.
They aren't discovered.
I got to say, I am on Team Murray's side. I want him to just keep hiding it from you guys forever.
Nah. Do you hide food? You don't hide food? If you do, we do want to hear from you. Maybe you can help us. Where could it be?
Yeah, I mean, we had some interesting stories yesterday. Someone had some Nutella that was stolen out of the pantry and they were hiding in their bedroom.
Lollies being hidden away or just moved, I think, so the person didn't eat them. Lots of food on the menu.
Thanks for streaming the Rise and Shine Daily podcast. Please subscribe to the show, rate it on your favourite podcast platform, and share the link on your socials. It all helps get the word out.
Are you ready for a challenge? Listen to the mystery sound, correctly name the Bible story, and win a great prize. Sounds easy, but is it? Rise and Shine's Bible Story Sound Off.
Is it easy, Andy?
I can promise you it's never easy, Phil.
Is it in the Bible, though?
It's always in the Bible.
There's always a sound which we've sucked out of the Bible.
Yes.
Which now you at home, you get to play along with all of Australia and try and match the sound to a story. It sounds very easy.
Sounds very easy. And I can't fly the machine this morning. I'm having Friday off from flying the machine.
Good.
But
I think everyone's thankful for that. The nuclear power can go to other parts of Vision for the morning.
We have rested the machine today, but we have flown back a couple of days ago and we've captured a sound from a Bible story. Mm-hmm. And if you can listen to this sound today and tell us what it is, you will win a prize.
100% you'll win something. But look, let's have a listen to the sound. I'm always amazed at how long these sounds are. I'm very generous. The beginning of the sound is relaxing, like I'm being taken to a nice place, and then it sounds like hard work.
Well, yes, and that's exactly what's designed to do, Phil, that sound.
Okay.
It's designed to lull you into a false sense of security and then, boom, hit you with something else, and you don't know what it is.
Okay, well, let's have a listen again. Okay. Right. Well, at the beginning, I'm picturing someone about to burst into song, but then by the end, definitely not.
It's a tough one, but I can promise you this, Phil. It's from the Bible.
Well, and, when Andy says that, you should know. You do know the Bible pretty well.
I know the Bible so well, and I also know that the Bible talks about the Philistines coming from Greece and all these wonderful things.
Well, some of those pieces then we dispute, but this, you're definitely guaranteeing me it's in the Bible.
Rise and shine on Vision Christian Radio.
I can see I've got Trent on the line. Trent, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking it could be when Adam and Eve went from the garden to then leaving and having to work and toil and
yes,
and get their hands dirty, and that's your little what you said before. Sort of gave me that little clue.
Okay, I'll just listen to it again.
It does sound there's birds
brother.
are singing.
Listen to this. You're seeing the Garden of Eden there, huh?
Yeah,
it's
that's
all joy.
And then it's not joy anymore. In fact, the birds are just radically gone out of that section. I'm not sure if that's on purpose. Trent, that's a very good guess. Is that the sound? No, Andy.
Oh, no.
Really?
Well, I can't lie, Fel. I mean, it's not the answer. But it's a very good guess, mate. Very
well
good guess.
played.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Trent.
Have a great day, guys.
You too.
You too, brother.
Bye. Oh, there you go. Very, very good guess there, Trent.
But welcome to the Thunderdome, Phil. It's
Thunderdome, is that what you're calling it?
Yeah, it's never easy. I don't make this too easy for people.
No, look, there you go. Well, it lives for another week. There might
It may
be
live
more.
for the month, Phil.
You
never
reckon?
know. You never
the whole
know.
month of May?
It's possible.
No way.
It's possible.
You're saying it. There we go. Well, everyone, we need to beat Andy here then. We can't let this live for a whole another month.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me Vision's breakfast show is now available around the clock and on demand? Incredible! The Rise and Shine podcast. Rise and Shine.
We're having fun this Friday. It's the day before an election. We might have gone a bit loopy, I think, Andy.
I don't know. There might be something in the water, Phil.
But we are asking you for what song you need to hear in the lead up to voting tomorrow. If you're like me and you've already voted, you're pretty chilled. Look, I want to give a shout out to the Barossa in South Australia where you have some beautiful weather. You might not have time to vote because it's just so gorgeous. It is at the moment about 7 degrees heading up to 21 degrees. And across the Barossa in numerous areas, you're listening along on 87.6 FM.
Beautiful. And Matthew chapter 14, verse 27 says this. Jesus said these words, "Take courage, it is I, do not be afraid."
Now that is a good verse. In the lead up to the election, we're commanded to pray for our nation's leaders, aren't we? And that's a good one.
Yeah, and not to be afraid. Let's just believe God for his will to be done in our nation. And there's nothing that we need to fear right now, Phil.
The Rise and Shine podcast.
And look, it's pretty exciting. This, Andy, is a segment that you haven't done yet, I don't think, this year.
I'm a rookie, Phil. Never been there before.
Okay, well, look, over the last couple of years, we've been doing a segment called, and the name, look, it's evolving, Member of the Moment, Team Member of the Moment. Either we need to change the name or we need a theme song for it.
Yeah, look, might need a bit of work, that name, Member of the Moment.
Know, it's a bit,
I'm not feeling it, Phil.
Okay.
I'm not feeling it.
Well, the idea is we get a bit of a behind-the-scenes look at one of our wonderful Vision team members and get to find out all the wonderful people who work together to make Vision possible.
Maybe we could call it the VTT. The Vision Team Member T, you know,
so
that's a little bit more
just throwing
cool.
in.
You know, like I was rapping
yesterday. Could you do a rap for it?
Well, yes, I'll have to think about it, but the VTT, and
it's
what
in
do
the
you
house.
want to be? Who do you want to be? And who is it? Who is he? Who is he?
Who is the VVP,
there
VTT?
And he doesn't drink VB. No, because he's working with VT.
Andy. Wow. Well, look, we have found a VTT, if that's what we're calling them, here this morning, and it's Noah, who's brand new to Vision, or fairly new.
Noah!
All the men in charge of looking after our social media, making sure our videos look great. Hey, Noah.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Good, Noah. Now, like when you say making the videos look great, Phil, I just want to say, no, you're doing a great job, but I'm not yet looking Brad Pitt-ish in those
only
vids.
so much
So can you do a little bit of that
It can't
photoshopping
work
stuff that I hear all
We can
about?
only do so much, Andy. We can only do so
I've heard technology is pretty good these days, Noah. I've heard that you can do a lot.
It can't change your
Just
face
saying.
completely.
I know you've only got 8 hours. The whole melon. I believe it can be changed, that melon. So I just want you to work a bit harder on that, okay? Just putting it out there, okay? You got 8 hours a day. Work hard, son. Work hard.
Well, we are excited to have you coming in, and great to have you on the Vision team, Noah.
Oh, thanks, guys. It's great to be here.
Oh, well, look, one of the things that I think we should be checking in as we get our Vision team down here is a theme song for each. So we know Andy's theme song is a bit of Mission Impossible. I went to the... We hear it
Top
all
Gun.
the time.
Top Gun.
I love The Sound of Music. So these are a few of my favourite things. That'd be my theme song. What would be a theme song for you?
We couldn't go past Star Wars.
Can you do it, Andy?
Can I do it, Fel? I am doing it, Fel. Can I do it? It's being done right now.
Oh, don't you love this? This is like an anthem. Like you could stand. It makes you want to stand taller and prouder, hand on chest.
Yep.
If this was a nation, I'm joining it.
Look, it's almost a biblical story. I'm going to put it out there, Star Wars. It's good versus evil. You've got Jedi Knights. They're like the apostles. I mean, there's so many biblical metaphors in there. I just can't list them all today.
It's very true. It's very true.
Were you a Star Warser growing up? Is that...
Yeah, always. So, ever since I can remember, Star Wars has been playing in our household, so...
Who do you identify with in the Star Wars family?
Yeah, that's great.
And don't say Princess Leia. Whatever you do.
Anakin,
Whatever you do.
bad.
Palpatine, no. We're just...
Jabba the Hutt.
That's it. I'm out of the Vision team straight away. That'd be a great interview question, don't you think?
What?
If you said, okay, which of the Star Wars people do you actually think you like? You could
question.
find out the way where people's heart is. That's a quick end to the interview.
Well, now we'll go there. Like, who do you identify with? Like, be honest.
Traditionally, I would have said Han Solo because I always loved.
nice.
I don't know. He was like
He's a bit of a bad guy, though.
He was a bit Clint Eastwoody.
Yes.
Bit of a rogue.
A rogue
hero.
I'd call him a maverick. He's a bit of a maverick. He didn't play by the rules. He's flying that. What was his ship called? The
Millennium
Falcon.
Yep.
The Millennial Falcon. He's flying that on. He's by his own rules. He's playing by his own rules. He's not obeying the rules of the galaxy. He's turning up. Sometimes
He's not after the princess. Like eventually he gets, but he's kind of a bit like dismissive
typical
of anyone
bad
else.
boy.
Whatever.
Typical bad boy. And we all know what happens to the bad boys. They always get the girl. Sometimes hyperspace works. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes his little guns work. Sometimes they don't. I mean, that's a real Maverick character.
All roads lead to Maverick.
That's
all
it.
roads.
Apparently they all come back to Andy, but this is about you, Noah. And look, I am excited to hear a little bit about your story as well. All I've got is a picture of Han Solo in my head, though.
Yes. Have you got the outfit at home? Be honest. Be honest.
No comment.
No comment. I'm going to talk to your wife. I'm going to ask her. She'll tell me.
We'll get you one.
Plead the fifth.
We don't have a fifth here, mate. That's America. But that's really interesting. So Han Solo, I like that.
We're caffeinated and ready to face the day. This is Rise and Shine on Vision.
So growing up, Noah, what was your thing? What were you into as a teenager?
Yeah, I was into a few different, like in terms of hobbies.
Yeah.
Mum got me into guitar very young. So,
nice.
Love playing guitar.
What are we doing? Are we like playing acoustic, classical, lead? What are you doing?
I wish I could play classical, but no, bit of both with acoustic and lead. Mainly, just been loving playing at church recently. Yeah. So it's been awesome. Actually, we just moved churches, so I've got to join the team again there.
Did you turn up on day one in the new church with a guitar? Just hey, I'm Noah. Oh yeah, that is a guitar. Yeah, I do happen to play guitar. Yes.
What is that?
And they say, all the new boys stand up, please. You stand up and you start strumming.
Not quite. But yeah.
So you're into guitar. What about sport? Were you playing any sport growing up?
See, for those that can't actually see me, which is everyone most
at the moment.
At the moment, I'm quite skinny, so not.
Oh, you're athletic. That's how I describe you. You're an athlete.
No.
You know Jabba the Hutt, that's for sure.
Yes. More Jar Jar Binks, probably. So we'll go. Not real. Bit of touch football, like bit of soccer later on, but even then, nothing too hectic.
Running, walking.
Yeah, bit of running. See, I wish I'd done more, especially tennis. I wish I'd gotten into tennis when I was younger.
Yeah, there's good money in tennis.
Oh, seriously, picked it up now. I'm like, all right, maybe one day we'll get the kids onto it, Lord willing. We'll see.
Yeah, from the age of one. You got to start them very young.
Start them young, I reckon. But that's a good idea. Live through your kids. But look, you're here at Vision.
Make money through your kids.
We're so
awesome
stoked that you're part of the Vision team now. How long have you been with Vision?
Just 3 weeks now.
Okay, so how are you finding the vibe? How is it? You've jumped into the Vision team.
The vibe is awesome. The vibe is awesome. It is such a privilege to be able to be surrounded by such, incredible people walking with God. It's you don't get that at every workplace, that's for sure. So being in church together, essentially in a workplace environment, it is awesome. So just being part of the ministry and being a very small part of what God is doing on the earth, it's great. So yeah.
Oh, it's such a privilege to have you with us. Last question, because we will have to let you go and edit some videos for us, but do you hide food anywhere in your desk that we should be aware of?
It's funny. Now that we know about
that. Well, Andy keeps feeding me rice crackers.
They've got these sesame crackers that he's selling to everyone.
That's right.
Yeah. Andy is pitching them to everyone. Have you tried these sesame crackers? This is behind the scenes. We haven't mentioned that on air, but it's quite a problem you've got there.
I've got an endorsement package going on with those sesame crackers.
Those tiny little square sesame package. I've banned them from the studio, Noah, because he keeps choking on them. So if he has them here in the studio, he's choking and then it's not working. So I've banned them from the studio. But upstairs, they're quite the currency.
It's free reign upstairs,
Good to know. Well, no, to answer that, I did have a packet of M&Ms that I was given the first team meeting we actually had here. And they didn't last very long, but I do plan on using that drawer for more storage.
Okay, well, we'll keep an eye out. There's the inside scoop. Noah, thank you so much for coming in and being our VTT in the house. We might have a theme song by next time.
It was a whole lot better than the other one. What was the other one?
Member of the Moment?
Member of the Moment.
Andy has banned that already.
No, but honestly, mate, it is good to have you on the team. It's been a real joy since you've been here to work with and just see your smiling face every day. And I know you're a hard worker and you're very good at what you do too. So, looking forward to seeing you just do some great work for Vision in the next few years ahead.
Thanks, guys. It's a privilege to be here.
It's the daily podcast of your favourite Aussie breakfast show, Rise and Shine. Rise and Shine.
If you are in Ingham, Queensland today, listening along on 88 FM, I'm thinking about Ingham, and every time I hear it, all I can think about is this ad that used to be around. I don't even know if it's still around. Going Ingham, chicken, love him. That's it. That's all. But there's a lot more to Ingham than chicken.
Marketing because you remember the song.
Chicken, love him, and so there you go. If you're in Ingham today, there's a lot more to Ingham than just their chickens. You might not be aware of that, but there's beef and timber and rainforest and sugar cane founder, and yet all that comes to mind is Ingham chicken, love 'em. But if you are there today, what's your weather doing? 21 degrees, heading up to 27. There's showers there today, so get your brolly out.
There you go. Well, we are in Psalm 23, verse 4 today. I'm going to read out this verse. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Another great verse there, Fel, about all of us not being afraid.
And it's good because you keep walking. Like it's not, even though you're standing still in the shadow of death, actually, you know what? God wants you to keep walking, keep trusting him, keep giving him faith. You will get to the other side. And what's waiting for you at the other side at the end of that verse?
Well, green pastures and still waters.
It's wonderful. And a table.
There you go.
Good times ahead.
There you go.
That's the promise in that psalm.
You found the podcast of Vision's breakfast show, Rise and Shine. Rise and Shine.
We're about to chat to someone, Fel, who is a regular contributor / presenter here on Vision. He's probably been on Vision on and off for about 15 years. He once hosted the breakfast show.
He did?
He's done afternoons. He's done weekends. He's also a pastor of a church in his hometown of Brisbane. His name is Pastor Matt Prater. And the other thing about Matt is he loves numbers. Today is the 2nd of the 5th, 25. So I thought it might be a good time to ask Matt about these numbers. Matty, talk to us about the 2nd of the 5th, 25.
Mate, I love it when numbers line up. Many people at Vision know me as the 316 guy. I love it when we say the number 100, 316, 316. I love it when we see John 3:16, 2 Timothy 3:16, Revelation 3:16. They're all amazing. So I think numbers are a way that sometimes God speaks to us through things. So 202525. There's probably something in that, but I just haven't worked it out yet.
We'll give you till the end of the day.
It means something though, Matt. I can promise you it means something.
At least it's easy to remember. 2525. If you're wondering what the date is today, you're writing it down. You're all good to go. But Matt, we've got you. It's pretty exciting. You've just come out of the ACC National Conference and it finished last night, rounded up with my best friend, the best friend to the show, Darlene Sheck was there.
Oh, my goodness. they had a 50-piece orchestra doing Shout to the Lord.
No.
After, 30 years. You guys have had her on Vision recently. And she was just, leading worship. Everyone, I thought I was going to be raptured. I thought this was it. I'm going to heaven.
That's
the best. It was the most beautiful moment. And, I think there was 2,700 pastors and leaders.
Wow.
All from around Australia and many different nations around the world. They also announced the new leader for ACC Australia, which is a guy named Joel Chalier.
Yeah, from WA. We talked to the state director of the ACC yesterday about that, so he gave us that update. But what did it do to you personally, Matty, being at that gathering of so many pastors and leaders? How did it impact your life?
Oh, there's just something inspirational about seeing all these leaders that are planting churches, that are doing missions around the world. They all talked about how their Easter services were some of their largest services they've ever had.
Great.
So something is happening in Australia. They're talking about young men are coming back to church more than ever, not just in Australia, in the UK. One of the main speakers was a guy named Glenn Barrett from Audacious Church in Manchester. He's a Toowoomba boy. He's from, good old Queensland. And he was saying that, God used him now. He's now of the UK AOG. It's amazing how God is raising up Aussies to reach the world with the good news of the gospel. I believe it's part of our call as Aussies.
Yes.
To go out to the highways and the byways in our nation, but also to the nations with the gospel.
Oh, I love that. You could say, Aussie, 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 go, go, go.
Well, we're talking about Aussie now. We're talking to a pastor who actually had an impact on an election a few years ago when you challenged Kevin Rudd about a stand on gay marriage. So have you got any insights in the election tomorrow, Matty, or any senses in your heart about Australia?
Yeah, well, I've already voted, and I lean very conservatively. Anyone that knows me knows that I'm very conservative in my values. I'm a little concerned that a lot of Christians are going to waste their votes and don't realise the importance of, making sure that we are very prayerful and careful in our voting. And I've seen a shift in our nation from godly values in recent years, and I think we as believers need to speak up and stand up, and we need to educate young people. I think a lot of young people don't realise what's on the line when it comes to elections. So I'm praying that God will raise up the right leaders around our nation. I've got a few good friends that are running, and I'm hoping that, I'm a bit nervous about the balance of power, if it's a minority government, a bit nervous about who could be swaying the future of our nation. But no matter who gets elected around Australia, Jesus is on the throne, and we're in the kingdom of God, and that's the main thing that we need to be focused on.
Praise God. Well put there, Matt. I wonder, while you're out voting, are you like a democracy sausage sort of a guy?
I have never had one.
You haven't?
You and me both, Matty. I'd never heard of them before Monday this week.
Yeah, I heard you guys talking about it, and I know about it. But I'm I just want to get in there, get the vote done, get out of there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't like to muck around, because it's always crazy. There's always too many people around. I'm like, just want to get the job done.
Yes.
But I do love, and I know a lot of churches are doing democracy sausages as a fundraiser. So God bless the churches. I hope you do well,
Oh, very good. Well, Andy needs one, because when we found out earlier in the week, when he goes to vote, he spends like an hour in there because he's numbering below the line for the Senate. It's taking a long, long time.
But, Matty, when you run the gauntlet, when you go to the voting booth, do you take all the flyers like Fel's husband Murray does, or are you like Fel, just straight in there, your face is set like flint, and you just don't even look at people?
Yeah, no, I like taking the flyers of the parties that I like and then showing it off to the guys that I don't like.
You and I could vote together, I think,
You wave
Matt.
it in their face, eh?
And smile and say, "Hi guys, here you go." Yes, no, I've got my flyer, thank you. Make it very clear where I'm standing.
Oh, wonderful. Well, Matt Prater, we love having a chat with you. Thank you so much for jumping on with us this morning.
Well, God bless you guys, and I want to give a big shout out to pastors across the nation. This Sunday is Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you this Sunday.
Awesome.
Use as many Star Wars analogies as you can. Reach the next generation with the gospel this Sunday, hey?
How many Star Wars messages do you reckon there'll be? How many pastors will be using that, do you think?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there'll be so many, and there's so many biblical analogies. I mean, like a lightsaber is like the sword of the Spirit. I mean, we can just go down so many paths there.
Well, the sermon writes itself this weekend.
Would you suggest maybe a dress up on Sunday for a Pastor Matty? Like dress up as Obi-Wan Kenobi or Luke Skywalker maybe?
No, we don't want to go too far, Andrew. It's the house of God. We want to be respectful. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. That's why we're on radio.
What about a Chewbacca turning up to church? Maybe a Chewbacca on Ushers. That'd be cool. We don't want any. Just put it out there for us, mate. We don't want any Princess Leia's on the stage, do we, mate? We want all eyes on the Lord, mate, not on the outfit. So
no.
Well, God bless you guys. Great to catch up today, and let's keep praying for the Lord to raise up the right leaders in our nation this weekend. Amen.
Amen.
Good prayer, mate.
Thanks, Pastor Matt.
God bless.
Oh, well, that was Matt Prater, regular contributor to Vision and wonderful friend of Rise and Shine show. But look, we are putting the call out tomorrow. We're going to vote, apart from like myself, who's already done it, and I'm a bit chuffed about that, actually. Not to rub it in, Andy, but you have to go tomorrow.
I need to remember to do it tomorrow, actually.
Do you need a few texts to you or something?
I need something. I've got a big wedding on tomorrow.
Always encouraging and always fun. Rise and shine on Vision.
Today is Finance Friday, and we have Melissa Goodin from Retire Me Young. She's always got some truth to share with us. Melissa, welcome to Rise and Shine.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Fel. Lovely to be here.
Well, we love having a chat to you because you just bring so much wisdom around finance for us. And one of the things that I guess lots of people might be looking at the moment is their super balances, because the share market has been up and it's been down. There's a lot of movement. I thought maybe you could give us some advice.
Yeah, it's a bit unpleasant, right? I mean, everyone loves the ups. No one loves the downs. Unfortunately, I'm going to sound like a typical financial advisor, and remember, this is always general advice. It's the downs that make you the money. It's the downs that you got to start to love if you really want to start creating wealth. It's not the ups that make you the money. Yes, you want the up at the end, if and when you ever want to sell, but in reality, the best investors never, ever, ever sell. So my advice is breathe deep, get used to the emotional uncomfortability of the ups and downs, and learn how to make them your friend. Learn how to make good decisions in the downturns so that when the ups come, you're like, yee. So, yeah, it's not all bad. You just got to understand it and take advantage of it.
Okay, so what you're saying, because obviously the markets are sort of jittery at the moment, so many things going on around the world. You're saying this is a great time for people to buy, not to be afraid, but to actually jump in there and buy some more.
Exactly. And I give a simple analogy, like everyone loves investment property, right? If there was any time in history when you wanted to buy an investment property, would it be when it's really high or would it be when it's really low? Like everyone knows that the best time to buy investment property is 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, any time but now.
Yeah.
Right? And it's exactly the same with your super, and it's exactly the same with the share market. So if it's called contrarian investing, if you can just get your head around like buy, and really forget about what the value is worth. Yes, when you retire, it's really important what the value is worth. But even when you're retired, remember you're living off the income of your portfolio. So it's, again, similar to an investment property. If you had $1 million investment property and it was giving you $1,000 a week rent and you were living on that rental in retirement, if it crashed to $500,000 and it was still giving you $1,000 a week rental income, you wouldn't sell it. You wouldn't. I mean, it'd be uncomfortable, it'd be unpleasant, but you definitely wouldn't sell it. And if you had money, you'd probably buy another one, because who doesn't want to buy another investment property that costs $500,000 and gives you $1,000 a week rental? So I guess the point is the value of your investments and the value of the income that you get are two totally very separate things. So don't get concerned around if you're retired, your balance is crashed. Yes, if you're invested in the right stuff, it'll eventually come back. You'll still get your dividend return. And then if you're young and you're still acquiring funds, remember, you should, if you're one of my clients or if you follow my advice, you really need to be investing every single week. You need to be in cash flow surplus as a family, and you need to be not saving, you need to be investing every single week. And if you were investing every single week, right now you'd be saying, yippee, because I'm getting in at a 10% discount to the market, or some of my funds are doing a 16% discount to the market. So that's the stuff you buy. If your portfolio's down, look at what's down and go, is that a good investment? Well, then let's buy more of it. So, yeah, it's just a bit of a different way of seeing things.
Yeah, it is. Are you finding a lot of your clients are, or not a lot, but some of your clients are nervous at the moment and they're contacting you saying, oh, Melissa, everything's going down. Is your job right now really as a coach to sort of encourage everyone to just stay on course and stay on the path that you put them on years ago?
You know what? I have these really hard conversations with my clients when they come on, because I've been doing this for 18 years. I went through the global financial crisis. I saw people make really bad decisions. I saw people sell out of Commonwealth Bank shares when they crashed in half and then put it into a Commonwealth Bank deposit. And they would have gotten the same kind of income had they just kept the shares, and then when the shares returned, they would have had all their money back. So I've seen people make really bad decisions. So I always do say to my clients, I prepare them. I say, look, this is what happens. Share markets are going to crash. If you look at the history of markets, there's always going to be downturns, and no one's ever going to tell you when they happen. And that's just part and parcel of how you get the higher returns. So yes, clients, I have a handful of clients, literally I could count it on one hand, because most of my clients are educated. And the ones that do call up and say, oh, they're mostly the retired ones. And it is a little bit more scary when you're in retirement phase. But the ones that are leading up to retirement or younger, they might call and say, hey, it's, whatever, but should we put more in? And I'm like, yes, very good student. Yes, we should
Well
put
done.
more in.
Well, Melissa, you know what? I've said this last time you were on. You make a whole lot of sense
Yes.
when we talk about dollars and cents. It sounds like really sound wisdom and really sound advice. Hey,
Yeah,
Phil.
thank you so much for jumping on board with us. Melissa, give you a shout out to your website. Where can people go to connect with you?
retiremeyoung.com. Just book a phone call. Happy to help.
So I'm going to repeat that. It's retiremeyoung.com.au or just retiremeyoung.com.
.com.au, just Google Retire Me Young, you'll find me. I'm at Kira on the Gold Coast.
That is Melissa Goodin from Retire Me Young. Thank you so much. And that is great advice in the midst of what we're watching in the world markets right now, especially to those of us who are invested in the share market with our super funds especially. Stay the course, hey, Melissa, and if you can afford, buy some more now.
Yep, sounds great. And end of financial year is coming, super deductions, tax deductions, so even a better time to get in and get low prices in the market and tax deductions.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Melissa Goodin, for joining us this morning. Always so great to chat to her, isn't it?
Well, I've said it before, Phil. I'm going to say it again. She makes a whole lot of sense when you're talking dollars and cents.
Are you getting paid for that?
No, but I should be.
You should be.
Love the Rise and Shine podcast? Tell a friend today.
Wayne and Jane have been sending us a text. They really wanted to hear Little Drummer Boy this morning when we played a For King Country
Do Wayne
number.
and Jane own a plane?
They might live on a plane.
Do they like riding on the train? Just saying.
Just saying. Well, they live in Tickleman's Garden, which is out in Cunnamulla region of the world.
And if Wayne and Jane go to France, they could have some dupain
What is that?
bread.
Is it really?
Yes, it
Oh,
is.
look at
Oui.
you with your special French.
Oui,
We
oui.
miss you.
Oui, madame.
But they have invited us out, Andy. So I love it when people invite us to come visit.
I'm coming.
And in fact, Jane's already started. She's cooking the sweeties for us. So she's got
Right.
things in the oven. We better get going.
I'm on the way.
So there you go. If you're there if we were heading there today, what would the weather be? It would be beautiful. It's about 13 degrees right now, but it looks like it is going to get up into the 20s during the day. Zero chance of precipitation though. It's not going to rain today. But Wayne and Jane, thank you for giving us a call. Sorry we haven't put on your Christmas songs. They wanted Drummer Boy, which I don't like at the best of times, and probably a bit early in the year for that one.
We'll play for you one day. And I will come and see you one day. I do have a really good friend in St. George, and he keeps asking me to come visit as well. So
Well, it's off. You keep going from there.
next time I see my friend in St. George, I will be coming to see you, Wayne and Jane, in Cunnamulla for sure. Good country out there and lots of good people out there as well. And we are in the Bible, and I'm going to go to the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 9.
Great.
Have I not commanded you?
Yes.
Be strong and courageous. Do not be dismayed or frightened, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go.
What a great election promise there from the Bible.
That's right. As you're walking through the gauntlet tomorrow, as all those people are trying to hand you flyers and different party propaganda materials, just remember this verse. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Yes. Do not be frightened and do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you, even when you're going to vote.
Just the right mix of things to inspire and things to make you smile. Rise and shine on Vision.
It is the day before an election, and a federal election doesn't happen all that often, so it's a bit special. It's a bit newsworthy.
It's pretty big, Fel, and it's going to have an impact on Australia. I think Pastor Matt Prater, we had him on earlier, did highlight a truth, and some people don't take elections seriously enough in Australia, especially some young people, allegedly. So, yeah, we do need to be thinking and praying about who to vote for.
I agree. And so one of the tools that we've got, there is actually a great website. Fiona's given us a call. You found a great website, Fiona, to help?
Yes, that's right. It's the Australia Votes website, and it's really informative. I found a good video which talked us through the preferential voting system. That was a big one for me as a migrant to Australia. It's hard to wrap my head around it, but they do a good job of explaining how it works and how your vote works.
Oh, that's good. So, Fiona, what is that website?
It's Australia Votes, I believe. That's been put together by the ACL.
Excellent, excellent. Now, where have you come from? You say you're a migrant to Australia. What country did you come from?
Originally from Zimbabwe.
Oh, you're Zimbabwean.
Wonderful. It must be a big deal then, voting in a new system, in a new country. How many elections have you been voting in so far?
It's been a few. I've been a citizen since 2017, and so it's been a few elections, state, local government, and federal.
So you speak Shona, huh? Your language in Zimbabwe was Shona?
Yes, it is Shona. You were going to have Jeff Vines today. Yes. Can you say hi to me?
Yes.
We will. We will greet
We're
him.
Expecting him any minute, actually, Fiona. So we'll give you the hello first. We'll say, Fiona says hi.
Okay.
How do we say hello in Shona?
It depends on how long you've seen someone. If it's been a long time, you say Makadi.
Matavi.
Okay, well, we will say that. You can, Andy.
Well, I'll be saying Matavi, and we really appreciate you calling, because there's lots of people who've migrated to Australia in the last 10 years, and
Aussies,
you're right.
When you
don't get me started about Aussies. They don't know anything about the voting system.
You get given the pieces of paper, and like Andy was saying yesterday, you have the one for the House of Reps. It's a bit smaller. At least you just have to fill in some boxes, but knowing what those numbers mean and how that works. But then you get the Senate paper, and it's longer than your arm.
Yes.
It can be a bit daunting, can't it?
Yes, it is. And I've also worked for the AEC, just helping out with elections, and the counting can be a bit confusing too. I've only done like the lower level helping out and counting as an election assistant, but it's different.
It is different.
That's what I would say. Yeah.
But Fiona, we really appreciate you calling in and giving us a heads up about that. I think all of our listeners can benefit from that, from the Australia Votes website. And I want to say goodbye to you, and Shona, I think I say Sarah Mushi. Is that how I say it? Sarah Mushi?
Yes, that's how you say it. Thank you. Can I just add that they also have a summary of the position of the different parties on different issues. That's really helpful. If you don't have much time to browse on the website, you can just download that, and it gives you a snapshot. They've got a rating system of 0 to 10 on things like faith-based school, euthanasia by telehealth, and different issues that Christians are interested in. And so, they've put a snapshot of that in a very, very short summary, which is handy for people without much time.
Amazing. Oh, well, Fiona, you have done a great job this morning of bringing that to light. It's australiavotes.org.au. Thank you so much for giving us a call this morning.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. God bless you.
You too. Thanks. Bye.
And that is a great website. If you're wondering what it is, if you haven't voted, if you're one of those 2/3 of Australians who haven't voted yet, it's australiavotes.org.au. It's a platform put together by the Australian Christian Lobby, the ACL. You can find out, like Fiona did, about the preferential voting system, how we vote, why we vote, but also a lot of those major parties and what they believe. So you have a bit more information as you go to vote tomorrow.
Yeah, you can use a biblical filter to see if their values line up with yours. It is worth doing, everybody. And but also, Fel, there's another website we need to know about, which tells you where the free democracy sausages are at each polling booth in Australia. What's that website?
Yeah, well, they're
Fel?
not free, Andy. You have to pay for it. This is a fundraising measure.
Are you telling me they're going to pay for that thing?
You've got to pay for the
I
sausage.
thought it was a freebie. Oh, no.
Oh, you've got to go. But yes, you can find out where you can buy it. It's by other people. Democracysausage.org.
What sort of a democracy is that? This is not a democracy I want to be a part of. I want a free sausage at the polling booth.
It's market-driven. People want to pay. But you're helping, local charities and things.
I'm shattered, Phil. I actually thought they were free.
Did you really?
All week I'm thinking democracy sausages are freebies.
Bless. I can make you
I'm
one.
writing to the Prime Minister. Whoever wins tomorrow, I'm writing him a letter.
Do you want me to pay you $2? Is
Yes.
that what you want to be paid to vote? Is that what you're saying?
I do.
Aaron?
I want an incentive.
Secretly, well, you're going to have to go. If you want to get a democracy sausage, I'm sure it'll be at least $2. Yeah, but you can find out where they are, and that's the website, democracysausage.org. So if you've got that one, democracysausage.org, and you've got the ACL, australiavotes.org.au websites lined up, you are good to go.
Brought to you by the generosity of Vision family members across Australia and around the world. The Rise and Shine podcast.
Brandon Lake praise. That is going out to Michelle and everybody there. Brilliant pick there for the last song of the week for Rise and Shine.
Just got added to my workout playlist, Phil. I liked it so much.
We're going to have to dig into that, I reckon, sometime soon.
You're welcome to. I can share it with people if they want. I mean, there's a lot of songs on there. I think there's about, I'll give you a number. I think it's about 500 and something at last count.
You could work out for quite a while. How long does an average workout?
Well, not 500 songs worth. But, this is the great thing about modern technology. You just put it on shuffle play.
And you're surprised.
It's 38 hours of plays on there.
I just want to see you do a workout that lasts the length of your playlist.
38 hours? Well,
I just see day and night, running around, little Andy.
That'd be a world record, wouldn't it?
Well, maybe. If it is, we'll get Guinness Book of Records onto it for you.
A 38-hour workout. Yeah. I wonder how long it would take if you walked a marathon.
Well, that is another question. We could ask someone who knows. That's a good question. Write that down.
Probably not even 38 hours because I think the best in the world are about 2 hours.
Yeah.
Robbo's about 2 hours 10 when he does his marathons.
1 hour 50.
That's right.
No, okay. Well,
so if you're running, if it's sort of normal people would probably take 4 to 5 hours. So if you're walking.
What's your walking pace? How many Ks an hour? And then you could time.
Yeah,
anyway.
It can't be more than 10 hours.
No, well, yeah, you still got plenty of songs up your sleeve.
It could be a challenge. Andy walked the next marathon playing his workout playlist.
Okay, you up for that?
I'm up for that.
Okay, well, you heard it here. I've got it on radio, so we are locking that in.
If someone wants to sponsor me for the next Vision-a-thon or for a Vision-a-thon in the future,
you'd do it.
I would do it if the dollars were good enough for Vision. Yes, I would do it.
Would you? Oh, well, there you go. We've put it out there. We're going to capture that and we'll be keeping it.
Are you allowed to walk marathons though, or they cull me?
Well,
so sorry, you're too slow.
Maybe you could walk the equivalent of a marathon.
That'd be a bit
maybe
boring.
Not with everybody else. You just be walking. You could get on a treadmill. Yeah, they probably wouldn't want to stand there for the next year.
That would be very boring.
Like the red ribbon's not standing at the end. I might bring you a red ribbon if you do it.
Andy might lose his stuff on a treadmill for 10 hours. I don't like treadmills at the best of times. They're so boring.
Oh, dear. Well, look, I think it's time for us to go. Leave you to get ready to vote either today or tomorrow. We're going to hand over to the rest of the Vision crew for the day. But we'll be back tomorrow morning with the best of Rise and Shine. There's plenty of good stuff in there that we'll be mining out to bring you tomorrow.
Thanks for taking time to listen to this audio on demand from Vision Christian Media. To find out more about us, go to vision.org.au.